Over the last few years, I've seen some of the nicest RVs in the world, so you can imagine how difficult of a decision it was to choose which RV is best for me. I always tell people to choose which RV is best for you. You've got to ask yourself a few questions, like how many miles a year are you going to be using this coach? How many nights a year are you going to be sleeping in this coach? So today I'm excited to share with you why I chose the RV that I did, and I'm excited to take you guys along with for some road trips here coming soon. Today I want to share with you why I'm choosing a Class B RV and why I'm choosing a 2023 Grech Strata Ion. The Grech Strata Ion is the nicest Class B van on the market in my opinion. A lot of you are probably wondering why I chose a Class B over a Class A. Although I would love to be rolling in a Class A like the beautiful Class A's that you see on the channel, I had to choose what is most practical for me. Now those of you that watch the channel know I'm in a different state almost every week. I'm all over the country, and I think having a Class A RV, you've got to be able to have the time to use it, and typically I'm never RVing for more than a day or two at a time, where a Class A, if you're going to use it for week vacations or long vacations or different reasons, there's definitely a lot of huge advantages to having a Class A. But I'm going to be using this more for day trips. I travel a lot across the state of Florida, so there's a lot of advantages in having an RV that's lower maintenance. It almost drives like a car, and it gets a lot better fuel mileage than a lot of the other RVs out there. So when I knew I wanted to get a Class B RV, I reached out to my good buddy Matt over at Matt's RV Reviews. He's probably been in more Class B RVs than anybody else in the world over the last few years. And we looked at a few different brands, but he was adamant that I check out a company called Grech RV. And I've known of the company Grech from a long time ago. A lot of you don't know, but long before I ever made YouTube videos, I was actually a limo driver. I owned a limo company for a while, so I was in the limousine business. And Grech has been around in the high-end transportation business for over 40 years. They're really known for building high-end shuttle buses and all different types of conversions in the high-end transportation industry. If you look at the different vans that they have, the way that they add a lot of structure to make it a much more robust build than a lot of the other competitors out there, really in line with the type of product that I really like to represent on the channel, the highest quality products. So this van has all kinds of cool little features that separate them from any other Class B out there that I'm really excited to show you today. I'll just press the button on the key and open the side door here. There's so much cool stuff inside of here, but real quick before we do that, I want to show you a few things that are really different about the exterior of this over any other RV. The first thing I want to point out is you're not seeing all of the different water outlets, the electric inlets. A lot of the other Class B vans are going to have a bunch of stuff here. You just have this nice sleek look. Now, when Grech orders this van from Mercedes-Benz, they get just about every option possible on it. So not all of the Sprinter vans out there are going to have all the options, like that push button door opening like we just saw, and there's a whole bunch of other options that I'm going to show you as we go around this van that's really going to separate it. It's got the adaptive cruise control, the big screen up front, all kinds of cool stuff. It's got a big awning out here, but really the inside is what it's all about. So let's go take a look. So we just press this button here, that'll close this sliding door. We do have all the shades down right now, but you can control everything in this coach, all with this Firefly panel, as well as the app on my phone. And it's all really easy to use. I actually drove this back from California here. I've put about 2,500 miles on it, so I've had a chance to really spend some time in it. Everything just works seamlessly. You know, we'll press a button. Well, of course, we've got the lighting on and off, but we want to keep those on for you guys. but I go here to shades. We've got the power shades, all that good stuff. Now this van does not have a generator. It has lithium batteries, so you can run a AC unit, your lighting, shades, outlets, your refrigerator, all of that, all off of those lithium batteries. And I was really putting it to the test driving it back from California. They really held up well. I didn't have any problems. I also have another app on my phone where I can monitor those lithium batteries, and I'm extremely impressed at how flawless and just how easy everything works. Not having to jack around with a generator or burn diesel fuel or propane. There's really a lot of value to having that lithium system. Now that is about a $20,000+ option. This van is available without the lithium battery system as well, with a propane generator, but I really think it's worth it. First, I want to point out just how beautiful all the woodwork and craftsmanship is in this. You've got a big piano hinge right here, wardrobe up front, and then this is going to have the larger refrigerator and freezer. Now they also do make this in a floor plan with 2 captain's chairs up here, but you're going to lose this wardrobe closet and have a little smaller refrigerator. Now in your galley here, again, those beautiful cabinets, and I love all of the lighting that Grech did. When we open these cabinets up, everything is lit. It's all lined with carpet, just really nice cabinets here. And then these hinges too, you see the size of these hinges, very industrial. So then you've got the induction cooktop here, and then just the quality of this solid surface countertop. When you look at this, oh, I've got some oranges in here from the road trip still, but a beautiful style sink. So then we've got storage here below your sink, a nice drawer space. You can see that dovetail construction on the drawers. You know, that's something that we only see in the really high-end motor coaches, but all of those little details really tell a story. So then we've got more storage here, your convection oven, microwave there. I don't cook at all. I eat out every night, so I'm not going to use any of this, but it is here. And then a nice drawer here. Now the back of the coach, this is what's so versatile for me. So this is really like a lounge area. It's so much different uses for this area. You've got the TV there with the sound bar. And then I want to point out, you know, these wall panels, how high-end they are. They really remind me of like what's inside of a Newell coach or a 4Travel. A beautiful texture on the walls. And then of course, you know, push button for all of the blinds. And then this actually comes down very easy automatically, but this will swivel around here. So you can use this as kind of a dinette for 2 people if you want to have a meal, or you can swing it around, kind of use it as an office area. Lots of different uses for this. You also have cup holders down here, as well as outlets and USB ports. And this is super comfortable. And then there's also 5 seat belts back here, 2 up front, so you can have seat belts for 7 people total. Back there too, we can fold all of this into a bed, and I'll show you how easily we can do that. Now I do need to put this away here. This table will come out, and this can be used as a little table here if we want to serve folks outside. But if we want to store this for right now and put the bed down in the back, got this little closet here, and it's got this nice little place here that it just slides into flush. It's super easy to use that, and just little stuff like that that make your life so much easier. You're not jacking around with a little cable or anything, but you know, they had to engineer that and make that really sturdy to hold this table into place, but really works well. And you know, Grech has had 40+ years in the limousine business, so a lot of the limousines that they build have a lot of the same stuff that are in these Class B, so they've had a lot of time to think of a lot of cool stuff like that. And then you've got this huge deep storage back here. There's some visors that'll go over the front of the coach, so when you put everything down, you've got full privacy on all of your windows. But that really goes back. I mean, you could see probably 3 or 4 feet, a lot of storage up here. You've got some extra pillows. I actually need to put these back in their case. There is a nice case for these visors, but I was in a hurry to get rolling here, so. But again, all very well lit back there, so not only do you have all that storage, but you can see back there, so that's nice. Now, when it's time to put the bed down, you can do that either from this panel up here, from your phone, or this panel back here. But you can see you've got your retract and extend buttons, and then your sofa up and down. So everything is very simple, easy to use, and I just press this button, sofa down. Easy peasy. Now, if I want to put both of these down to make it a little bit bigger, press extend. in literally like 30 seconds. The only other thing you're gonna need to do is you've got these little cushions right here that actually fold into the wall that you can take off and you put in right here. But the nice thing about these is they've got this little metal kind of hanging thing on the wall. So when we fold it back up, they fit right into place very easily. Got another one over here, easy peasy, and boom. I do have a pillow up here and a blanket. And I mean, literally that quickly, you're in the game. About a queen size bed here, plenty of room. I slept one night back here very comfortably, even at a truck stop with trucks going by. And actually the thing, there's a lot of sound deadening stuff going on in here too. This has got an 1.5 inch thick floor where a lot of the competitors only have a 3/4 inch floor. A lot of that little stuff that they do. Now there's a lot of other stuff too, and it's getting a little warm here, so I want to kick on the AC unit. Boom, one touch, cool. This is off the lithium batteries, folks. That just fired up. So we've got lights going, air conditioning going. I know it's probably pretty loud. It is blowing nice and ice cold here. And then we can check our batteries here. 13.2. I mean, this thing has not been plugged in. It's been sitting all day, running it hard. I'm really impressed with the runtime. Now, one of my favorite parts about RVing too is harvest hosts. Some of the coolest memories I have while RVing are staying at different harvest hosts. There's all kinds of cool different restaurants and vineyards and just museums, all kinds of different places across the United States. A lot of them are a little off of the beaten path, but some great spots that you can camp at overnight and a lot of times wine and dine in some great venues. And a lot of times those venues can only allow rigs that are so big, and some of the big 45-foot motorhomes are a little bit big. So this B van being more nimble is going to free me up to the places that I can go. I can go a lot more places than I could with a larger rig. And of course, there is a downside to that too, because I won't be allowed in a lot of the Class A motor coach resorts as well. So every different coach has their benefits. So when I was shopping around, I was able to talk to a lot of different RV companies. Fortunately, because of all of you subscribing and following to the channel, I've been very lucky to be offered a lot of awesome opportunities to use different RVs and all kinds of different deals out there. So with all the different Class B vans out there, there really isn't anything built on the same level as the Grech. And I had a chance to go out to Riverside, California, to the Grech facility out there, and we put a Grech RV up on a lift, and we're able to look at all of the different steel brackets and the different reinforcements, and a lot of the stuff that you don't see are where the quality really comes in a Grech RV. That's all of the stuff that's important to me in an RV, and even the way they drive. This has an aftermarket rear airbag suspension. I mean, the way this drove was extremely comfortable, and I've had several other Sprinter vans before, and I really loved the leisure travel van. That was a great unit, but having the cutaway chassis is not going to drive as well as a real Class B van. This is the full Mercedes-Benz chassis, and for those of you that aren't familiar, the cutaway chassis is basically where it's the Mercedes Sprinter front end, and then they put like a fiberglass back on the back end of it, and you do have a little bit more room. You're gonna lose drivability because it's not all that tight Mercedes-Benz construction. You don't have the rear doors when they put that fiberglass cap there, and it's a wider rig, so it's not quite as nimble, not as quite easy to drive and park as one of these. I mean, this is easy to park in a regular parking spot, especially if you find somewhere that you can kind of back the tail end over, but you got to be careful because there is stuff under there. But really a lot of advantages. And the Grech being fully shaved on the sides, it's a much cleaner, more stealth look. It doesn't quite look as much like an RV where you can get away with a little more stealth camping than you would in some other units. And I think there's a safety aspect to that too. When you have this van with all of the Mercedes-Benz construction, really a lot of value to that. I used to work for Mercedes-Benz. They're all about safety, and there's just so much engineering that goes into these vans. You know, these vans are used for, you know, FedEx trucks and Amazon trucks. They load these vans up, run them hard. I've seen Sprinters run up to 1 million miles before. So it's really a proven chassis, and it's the smoothest riding van out there as well. You know, I was looking at other ProMaster chassis vans and other Ford vans out there, and there's just nothing like the Mercedes Sprinter. And then when Grech has it completely optioned out with all kinds of cool little stuff, like up front here, let me show you a few things. This power door is an option. You can see this screen is much bigger. This is an option. Huge screen here, very easy to see. And honestly, when I turn the turn signal on, it's easier to see this screen. You get a better view than you do out of your rear view mirrors. On the new Mercedes-Benz Sprinter chassis, I had an older Sprinter chassis. Now they don't all come with that huge screen. That is a big upgrade. It's also got, you know, the leather wrap steering wheel. This has adaptive cruise control. You know, these little grab handles here, these are an option. These little extra storage compartments up here, these are an option. It's got the power seats. Oh, and this is something that's cool that this does. When I put this up, you can just spin this around, and then I can adjust this seat with that power rest here, and then flip this up, and boom, we've got a nice little workstation here. And it is getting a little dark outside, but I'm just so excited about this van. All the cool little stuff, the Grech stitching on the headrest, and you know, when you just, you know, put this up and down, you can feel that quality. You know, this is the same quality that I'm used to seeing in the $2 million motorhomes. Again, you know, a piano hinge, that's something that I've been pointing out in Liberty coaches for a long time. Just a really robust build in this coach, and when you're going down the road, that's going to eliminate those squeaks and rattles. And when you start, you know, looking at a Grech and you start opening and closing these cabinets and touching and feeling everything, compared to a lot of the other Class Bs out there, you're going to notice a big difference. Another huge advantage is how comfortable this is to drive. I can put down a lot of miles in a Sprinter. This isn't going to beat me up the same way a larger motorhome would, and it's also going to get much better fuel mileage. So I'm looking forward to bringing you guys on a whole bunch of trips in this coach. And I want to know what type of videos you guys want to see me utilize this van for. When I was shopping for different RVs, I had all kinds of different offers from different RV companies. But when I met the folks at Grech, I was extremely impressed with their product. They're actually big fans of the channel, and they know I've been in more of the best motorhomes than most people have in the last few years. So they want me to challenge them and see if there's any way that I can push them to the next level. So they want to hear any suggestions at how this van can be better. I really want to hear your comments and your suggestions, you know, how this van could be better. And the folks at Grech are listening. We're going to do another video coming soon comparing the different models of the different Grech RVs. This is the top of the line unit, but they have a van starting under $200,000 for the 2023. If you look on GrechRV.com, you can see all of the different levels. Now they are all on the Mercedes-Benz chassis. They're not converting any ProMasters. You know, Grech is really known for being a high-level brand. I remember reading about Grech in Rob Report magazine back when I was a young kid back in the day. So if you go to the different FBOs, the different private aviation terminals, you'll see their advertising in the different magazines. A very well-known company in the high-end transportation business. So I'm really excited to be bringing you guys along on some road trips and some cool stuff in this van here in the near future. I really appreciate the team at Grech, and I appreciate all of you, and definitely worth subscribing because we've got some really cool videos coming in the near future, and I hope you're all having a great day. Thanks again.